Welcome to Corner Office, a video mini-series where you'll get to know the leaders of PandaDoc.
Hey guys, I'm Bethany Fagan. I am the content marketing manager at PandaDoc. I have been with the company for 4 years. I am based in the Brooklyn, New York area. I have two team members on my team, Travis Tyler and Emily Roberts. They are based in our St. Petersburg, Florida office. They're actually very new to PandaDoc. They've only joined the organization within the last 6 months. As far as core challenges to remote communication and remote work, I think it's pretty obvious, the location. I think though, if there are the right expectations set around how frequently your employees are expected to communicate with their manager, and setting those expectations early on, I think is super important, right? Especially for me, given I work remote and my teammates and my direct reports work at an office location. It was super important for me to set the expectations around what time they should get there every day, what time I expect them to stay until, how they respond to messages if we're using certain communication tools like email or Slack or Zoom. So I just think that the challenges are just, remote workers not having a expectation of when and how often they should be communicating with their manager who is remote. Fortunately for us at PandaDoc, it's kind of easy for us to mitigate the challenges of remote work. We are very lucky in the sense that we have a great, robust tech stack that helps us communicate with each other. We have offices in Manila, Belarus, San Francisco, Florida, and then there are probably over a dozen of us at this point that are remote. We mitigate these challenges on the content team by keeping clear channels of communication open. Email is typically for across teams. Slack is within our own marketing team. And then we also have established a really nice cadence of how often we sync during the week to use a camera or not to use a camera. I actually had a conversation with a friend about this recently. I told them that we use cameras all the time and they're like, oh my gosh, I never use my camera. I hate turning it on. I think if your org is super comfortable using the camera and turning it on, then you'll probably get a little more comfortable. But me personally, I think there's something to be said about facial expressions and just having a better understanding of tonality in a conversation. So I personally will always use my Zoom camera when I can. This is a good one, digital water cooler. Typically I meet with Travis and Emily about once a week. I really try to make sure either the first 20 minutes or the last 20 minutes of that meeting are fun, energetic, building rapport. What are you doing this weekend? So for us, a digital water cooler is just hopping on a Zoom, turning on our cameras and chit-chatting. I'd probably say my biggest advice for managers who are new to remote work, I know what really helps me be successful is that I have a morning routine. I make sure I get up in the morning, I take my dogs for a walk, I try to have a little bit of breakfast or I go to a workout, come back refreshed, energized. You need to have as much structure to your day as you possibly can. So, pretend like you're going to work or, fake a commute or something like that. But I think the best way that managers who can kind of be the best versions of themselves for their team is to, be a little more proactive about establishing a routine at home.
Thanks for watching this episode of Corner Office from PandaDoc.